This week I did Song of Myself by Whitman. We were supposed to talk about a theme that we saw throughout the poem, and I think something that I picked up on him talking about a lot or implying a lot is harmony with other people and their environment. Throughout the whole poem, he refers to a lot of things, like he talks about the environment, like the land, nature a lot, and he also talks about different people and how we should be accepting of like people no matter what their like religion, background, anything. Some examples are, this was towards the very beginning of the poem. He says, he said, I was formed from the soil, born here of parents, born here from parents the same, and their parents the same. So he's talking about that his family they've all came from the earth, like it's their home. Their very beginning of the poem was a celebration of his life, it seemed like. Then I think it was the next part was about, he talked about how it made it sound like he preferred being outdoors in nature, like where everything was natural, rather than being cooped up in like superficial houses and stuff. He talks about all the perfume. He also, I remember there was a part where, there were two different parts, but one was he referred to people as talkers. He said talkers talked about the ends and the beginnings, and he was saying that they shouldn't be talking about that. They should just worry about where they are now. And he also was talking about, he says something, I have it written down here somewhere. I have all kinds of notes on here. I think I could turn and live with animals. He said that because, like in context, he was meaning like they're simpler and not materialistic, like people are. How I was saying, like, that the thing was harmony. Another example is, he talks about my faith is the greatest faith and the least of faiths. And before that, he talks about he doesn't despise preachers, and he says like not all preachers. And then that's when he says what I just said, and he was meaning preachers that they think it's religion is one way, and that's the only right way, and everyone else that does it is wrong. That's who he doesn't agree with. He acknowledges all faith, not just one, just to understand people. And what's another? He talks about he talks about grass a lot in the poem. And one thing he talks about that I thought fit into it really well was, he talks about death, and he makes it clear that he doesn't believe in this poem that death is the end, that it's just another part of life. He relates it to as when grass dies, because when the grass dies, it sprouts back up again, so it's like it's coming alive again. It's not the end of grass. Well, yeah, so that's why I feel like harmony was a